Hi, this is Audrey. So today I will talk through my C++ adventure game called Haunted House. So we go into the tutorial. So you can use commands such as go to, pick up, move something. If it's movable, read something, take a note, inventory to check what's in the inventory, examine the stuff, either it's in the room or it's in the inventory, and use something with something, help to check the player's health, and exit the game halfway through playing it. So go and play the game. Enter your name. Okay, so now we are in the living room of the haunted house, and you can see a note on the table, a stinky sofa, and main door securely locked. So we're gonna try read note. Okay, you have to pick up the note first, so pick up note and read note. Okay, so whoever who reads this, I'm the owner and I'm writing this as I know that I know what is happening to me in this house. So he said he recorded the disc and you need to find the disc out to get out of the house because it's an important disc. Okay, so going to examine the sofa, which is in the room, object in room, old stinky sofa with movable wheels. So you try to move the sofa now, and there's a disc lying on the ground. Will this be the disc the dead owner meant? So we will examine. It's a DVD. You need to play it to see what is inside. Okay, pick up the disc, as we might need it later. Okay, so let's check the inventory. Okay, now we have a note and a disk in the inventory. So let's move on to the second room. It's kitchen. Go to kitchen. Okay, so now we are in the kitchen. Let's try to make this smaller. Okay, now you're in the kitchen. So it's a kitchen, and on the dining table there's a glass of water. Should examine the water. Okay, it's just a half full glass of water. We're gonna pick it up and drink it. It's in the inventory, so now we drink the water. Okay, I found water in inventory. You just drink the glass of water. The water there is long enough. So hope you won't feel sick after that. Okay, let's check again in the inventory. Now the water is gone. So now we're going to the next room. Go upstairs. As you can see here, we can go upstairs or living room. So we're going upstairs. So now we are on the upstairs. You came upstairs. It's very dark here. So what you said, it sounds very spooky. Okay, so let's go to the corridor. Okay, so this is the corridor upstairs outside the room. So there's 3 rooms: storeroom, movie room, and bedroom. And because I write this game, so I know that there will be a ghost in the storeroom and I won't end my game that fast. So I'm gonna go to the movie room first and let's see what's in the movie room. So now we are in the movie room, and on the table there's a DVD player which is connected to a switch that might be still working, and there's a key on the floor. So we would just examine DVD player. Okay, it says might be still working, give it a try. So we have a disc, why not we just try this on the DVD player. So use this with DVD player. So something is projected to the wall. It's not very clear, but good enough to listen what he was trying to say. Okay, so he said he's not gonna survive long, and um, the ghost is a ghost from ancient times, and the ghost locked people in this house, and the master key of the house is with him. So the ghost is afraid of Ming vase, so by any chance if you come across a Ming vase, you have to use it on the ghost. Once you kill the ghost, you will be able to get out of this house. What I could say is good luck. Okay, so we will get the master key to get out of the house once we kill the ghost. So let's pick up the key, which it says there's a key on the floor, so let's pick up the key. Okay, so go corridor. Now we go to the bedroom. Okay, the door is locked. You need a key to open the door. Hint, I can see that there is a key in your inventory. Okay, so let's use the key with the door. So now the door is unlocked, and we get into the bedroom. It is the bedroom of the previous owner. There's a Ming vase standing beside his bed. Okay, so obviously the Ming vase is the one that the owner mentioned in the video. So we're gonna pick up the Ming vase. Let's check in the inventory. Okay, now we have the Ming vase there. So now we can proceed to the storeroom, which the ghost is hiding in there. So go to corridor. Go to store. So now we are in the storeroom, and oops, a ghost pops up from nowhere and is very annoyed by being interrupted and is going to attack you. Okay, you can use the Ming vase with the ghost, and now the ghost was sucked into the vase and disappeared, leaving the shiny master key on the floor. What are you waiting for? Okay, so pick up the master key. So now the master key is inside, so we can leave the room and go to corridor. Then go downstairs. Go to living room. And use the master key with the main door. Mission accomplished. Well done, you got out of the haunted house. Okay, so this is the mission accomplished. So what if the player entered the room without a Ming vase? I will just go really fast on this time. Go upstairs, go corridor, and go storage. Now you died because you don't have a Ming vase, and the ghost is not afraid of you. And another testing, it's we pick up something and then we come back and the description will be changed. So I pick up note. Okay, now I go to kitchen and I go back to the living room. And you can see that there is a tea table. There is no note here anymore. So I changed the description and it applies to all of the rooms, such as I think it's movie room. Just go to the movie room and make sure, and then I will talk about my code. Go upstairs, go corridor, go, oh yeah, and this go bedroom. If you don't have a key in your inventory, then it will say that the door is locked and you need a key to open it. But if you have a key in your inventory, then it will tells you a hint that you can use the key to unlock this door. So now you're still in the corridor because you can't enter the bedroom as it's locked. So you'll go to the movie room and get the key. Pick up key. Now see in inventory. Okay, so we go corridor and we come back to the room again to make sure the description is changed. Go movie room. Now, there is no more key on the floor. There is a key on the floor here, but there is no more key here. So now we're gonna go to corridor. And we'll try to go to the bedroom with the key in our inventory. So go bedroom. It shows you that there is a key in your inventory that you should use. Okay, so I should stop my game here and I'm gonna talk about my code. So this is the main app and I have the intro which shows you the three options to go to the, I'll show you in the game function. Yeah, it shows you three options: tutorial, play game, or exit. So, and then after that, when you choose to start the game, then it proceeds to start the game. And it's all in the game's function. I think it's down here. Yeah, to start the game. But I'll talk about this later. I'm gonna talk about all of my classes first. So the first class I created is the rooms, which included the room number, room name, room description, exit, and how many exits, and uh, what what are the exits, like the room names, and then the objects in the room. And is the room locked, like the bedroom was locked. And after that, when they have the key, they can unlock the room. So, yeah. And I have my map, which I have my rooms in my map. And I have a current room pointing to the point, current room with a pointer. And I have in my map, there will be all my rooms, and all the objects in the room. So in the map, I load the room, load the objects from text file, and then I set the current room, get current room, and add the object into the room, remove the object, and print the room. Yeah, so that's basically the map class. And in the object class, there is my object name, description, if it's visible or not, if it could be picked up or not, if it's movable, drinkable, or what can the item use with, if it's readable. So, and if it's moved, so if the sofa is moved, what is gonna happen and what will it show. And this is my inventory, which I put all the objects into the inventory. If they pick up something or they use something, then it removed from the inventory. And also if when the player is trying to go into the bedroom, they need to check in the inventory if they have the key to unlock the door. So I have my get object by name, and then it points to the object and get everything in object. And then I have my player, which have my inventory in the player. So in the player I have set player name, get the name, set the health, get the health, and the inventory. And in the input, this is the functions that I use to get the input and split them into, get the line and split them into words to check if there is any command in them and to check if the command is appropriate, like if go to this exit and if the exit exists or not. So, and in parse input, it's all the checking, like check if the room has the exit, check if the item is can be picked up, examine the object, and all the commands. It's in parse input. And string function is just showing output the text in center. And games function, it's loading the map, loading the player, start game, and yep, just the basic starting function. So now we're going into the C++ file. Let's see. Okay, I'll just go from rooms. Just don't know where to start. So in the room there is the default, and yep, and this is the constructor, and then set the room name, get the room name, so that when I load the file in from the text file, I can set them straight away there and then push them into the vector, into the maps vector. Yep. So this is all set exit, and yeah, so this is all the code. Check object in the room and get object. Actually I think I should just go from the main app. Okay, so I talked about this just now, so I'm gonna just skip through this and then we go to the game function. So this is the intro, which I have on my last CA, and now I'm reusing it. So this is the load map function, which I load the map in from the text file. I created a text file here, and total room number, so it goes loop 8 times because I have 8 rooms in the map. And there is the room name, room description, if it's locked or not, and how many room exits. And then if it's 3, it loops 3 times and put them in the exit, all exits vector. Okay, and after I load my room, I load my objects. So I have also a object text file, and it loads how many objects is there, and then it loops through 11 times and get all the details of the objects. And it load player, which asks for the name and put it set player dot set name equals to the name and set the health to 100. So I have this C in ignore here because if I don't put it there, it will show me the error that I have. It have to ignore first enter when the user enters their name, or it will be showing twice input and first input will show error. Like on the beginning of the code when they print out the first current room, after that it will shows me that I have an error because I just press enter when I enter the name, so it will shows that I have an error there. So just to avoid that error, so I put this ignore one, and this is start game. I have load the player, load the map, and set current room to living room, so it starts in living room, and then it prints out my first room in the beginning of the game. So and then it does the parse my map player, so it gets the input from the player until the mission is accomplished, or when they die or they give up halfway. If they type exit in the middle of the game, it will just ask them if they are sure. If they press Y, then they will just end the game. So if the health is equals to 0, means that they fail and they didn't have the minivas to kill the ghost. And if the health is bigger than 100, which I said if they accomplish the mission, they will get more than 100 health. So, yep. And games function. And now I'm going to talk about this map map.cpp. Okay, so this is my map, and this is how I load my room. So I load the text file in, and then I read in all the name, description, log or not, and stuff, and then I set the details here and push back to all rooms. So all the details will be put in all rooms, and it's a vector. All rooms is a vector, and then I will have the objects in the room. So I read in using the same way, and object, and I put them all into this and put the objects in the room, like where the object's supposed to be, and load this object with their name and description and the details. We'll skip save rooms because it's supposed to be if the player leave the game and they come back, they will be able to just continue with the game, but unfortunately I didn't get enough time to do that stuff, and will improve it on this part if I get the chance to. So, and then here set current room, and there is two set current room here. One is taking in the room input, and one is taking in the string input. So this string input is basically you enter a string, the room name by its name, so it goes to the get room function here to check if in the all rooms vector, if any room name matches the string R, then it returns the room, the whole room, the all the details in that room. So yep, so you get it here, and you get it into the current room. And I seldom use this, and I don't think I did use this, but I could use this in the loading room if I wanted to, but I think this would be easier for me to just set the room by using the name. And um, so this remove object from current room, it's using remove object function from the room class, and it's easier this way and make the code shorter when I am coding in the parse input, that it's shorter code for me, that I don't have to go like get current room map1 dot get current room dot remove object. I can just go by map1 dot remove object from current room and enter the string. And print current room is also a shortcut, like I just need to go like map1 dot print current room and I can get the room details. So yep, map. Yep, I don't think I need to talk much about the classes here, as it's just all getters and setters, and I would just go to the parse input now. And in the parse input, it's all about the parsing. Let's start from, yep, so here. So I will get the input here from, I have input.cpp. So I basically just get the input and split the words and put them into vector. Split the line into words and put the words into a vector. So it goes like a word, and then when it finds a space, it ignores it, and then it continues with the second word and put the second word in the second place in vector, and then find a space and then ignore the space again and find the third word and put it in the third space in vector. So yeah, and then it will return the whole vector with the separated words in them of the line. So yep, I'll go back to the parse input. So when it gets the input, it splits them up, and if there is a go in the input, which is the command, then it would go and search current room exit. Like if I'm in the living room and I type go kitchen, and it will go to the living room and check if there is a kitchen exit. If there is, then it will proceed to the kitchen. And I have the code up here, search current room exit, and it's here. So it puts the sentence into the iterator, so it goes from the beginning to the end, every word, and then if um if in this map and the current room that the player is in, that there is this exit that the user enter equals true, then set the current room to this room and found exit equals true. So but if the current room dot get locked equals true, which means that the current room is locked, then it will shows that the door is locked and you need a key to open the door. And then if it found the key in the inventory, then it will shows the hint that there's a key in the inventory. And if they continue to use the key and unlock the doors, then it will shows that the door is unlocked and print current room, which is the bedroom which they unlock and they can get in. So else m dot set current room equals previous current room. So if the door is locked and they can't enter the room, then it will set the current room as the one that the room that they want, the previous room that they wanted to enter. Should I say it that way? Like if they're in the corridor and they wanted to go into the bedroom, then but the bedroom is locked, so it will just set their current room as the corridor. So if it's a storeroom and they don't have a ming bus in their inventory, then they are gonna get killed from the ghost. And yep. And if they have the ming bus, then they can just proceed to the room and kill the ghost. And if they enter a invalid input like go somewhere, which is not in any of the rooms names, so it will show the error message, exit not found and try again. So this is check pick, which we have down here for checking if the item can be picked up. So I'll just go through the code really fast because I mentioned it before and it's almost the same, I would say. So it's again putting the sentence into iterator, and then it goes every word, and then it checks if the object is in the room, and if it's true it checks if it's visible and if it's it can be picked up. So if it's visible, then it checks if it can be picked up. So if it could be picked up, then it will pick up and remove from the current room, and it will add to the in this pickup function it will add the item into the inventory, into the player's inventory. So here it's the changing of the description of the room. So if they pick up the note, then it will remove the sentence that there is a note on the table, and same applies to water, key, ming vase, and master key. So if they enter something like pick up a DVD player which can be picked up, then it will show like sorry player name and you can pick up the item. Or if the item is hidden, then it will show the item is hidden, and it will show them the hint that they should use move or use something with. And yeah. And if they enter pick up something which doesn't exist in the game, then it will show that there's no such thing and please try again. So this examine object here, it's to check the item's description. So if you type examine water, it just returns them um the description of the item, but it only shows the items which are visible in the room or item in their inventory. If the item is not visible, like in the living room, before you move the sofa, if you type examine disk, you won't be able to get the reply because the visibility of the disk is invisible. So after you move the sofa, you'll be able to examine the disk and pick up the disk. So there is this check if it's in the room and check if it's in the inventory. And this break here, it's for if it's found in the inventory and it's readable, and then it will read and then it will break here. You won't continue with the other code on the bottom. And read object, it checks if the item is readable. So we have only a note in the code which is readable. So yep, so it will just go and check get object by name, get the object, and then get if the item is readable. So I have this. pointer to the get object readable. And I got this working, and I got help from Lucas. So and move object, it checks if the object is movable. And I won't really be talking about this because it's just repeating the same thing from the previous code. If the object is drinkable here, if it's usable. So this, it checks if the item is usable with the other item. So it has to make sure that if it's if object 1 used with is object 2, like if the main vase is used with the ghost, then the ghost used with must be the main vase. If both of them match, then it will remove from the inventory and it will do something, like it will output something, or if it's the key, then it will unlock the door and set the main vase to visible to pick up. Yep, and that's basically my game, and I hope I talked enough about my code. Yep, so yeah, actually I haven't talked about my include. So I include all the H possible, like needed um in this class or in the function. So yeah, vector, which I'm using vector in the code, input output stream and string. And in the codes here, map rooms objects, I use vector because I don't have much stuff in my game, and it doesn't really affect much if I use a list or not. And and this screen function. Yep, so this is the windows.h, and I should talk about it a little bit because this is the code um which let us use sleep or system or something to set something about the windows. And I have it somewhere, but yeah, but it's okay. So windows.h is like if we want to change the size of the windows, or we are using like code like sleep for how many seconds, and yeah, stuff like that. So and I was using this namespace.std just to in case if I miss any standard that I didn't declare here, but yep, I comment it out because I wasn't supposed to use it. And yep, I think that's it for my code, and I hope I did talk about the important stuff in this code. So thank you for listening, and I hope you like it.